Is your workspace a mess?
Yes!
Do you hate the chaos your lack of organisation has brought upon you?
Actually, I quite like it!
Do you wish you could afford things like pegboard to organise your stuff but accidentally spend all your money on Nerf blasters?
Maybe.
Then carry on watching and all your dreams will come true.
Cookies!
I was thinking more of making pegboard out of that. You will need an old piece of furniture, a drill, drill bits, and tent pegs. After all, it is pegboard. On a serious note, I just want you to think about this. I want you to go and look at the cost of pegboard that's available at the moment. Go and look at the price of commercially available pegboard. You may well find yourself spending upwards of £100 to pegboard a relatively small amount of space. Or $100 if you're from across the pond. Can you hear that? Sounds like there's a bird nest in my garden somewhere. Oh, I can see them. I'm not sure, but I think there's a bird's nest in this bush somewhere. I'm going to go away so I'm not disturbing them. Little Jolt tweetlets. €400 if you're across the channel. And then you might say to yourself, well, I can't afford a drill. This drill didn't cost me much more than £100. I think the drill bits were another tenner. And if you're going to spend that money on pegboard anyway, why not just buy a drill, make your own pegboard and have a drill to keep at the end of it? Who wouldn't want that? And it's almost like you're getting pegboard and a drill for free.
Wow, Jolt, you're a genius!
Thanks, Mr. T-Rex, but it was Tang's idea. The first thing you need to do is grab a panel. There you go, here's my panel. The next thing you need to do is remove any nails or pre-existing bits of fixtures which may be in your panel. Lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. I'm pretty sure this is IKEA. Also forgot to mention, you might need a pink flowery hammer to take out any little kind of naily bits or tacks. Probably don't need to take these out, but the reason I am going to take them out, you don't want to hurt yourself on them later. Also, das ist ein Nagel. Also, wozu next? Da, okay. Fertig. Jetzt darfst du es wieder haben.
Now we drill stuff!
Quite yet, Mr. T-Rex. Next we have to get a pencil and measure out where we want our holes to go.
No, Mr. T-Rex.
I also forgot to mention at the beginning you need a pencil and a ruler. Now for that pegboard over there, I had, I believe, a distance of 10 centimetres. Let's go and check actually. 10 centimetres. I've actually measured 10 centimetres, so 10, 20, 30, 40, all along one side of this board.
10 centimetres,
I'm going to do the same on this side. 40, 50. Now I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to draw nice lines. Also, möchtest du das machen? Da so. Dankeschön. Und nochmal. And what we're going to end up with is a grid. And we can use that grid and to make sure that we put our holes in roughly uniform places.
Unicorn places.
Yeah, baby.
10 centimetres unicorn place.
So, nur noch zwei. Gut gemacht, baby. Wunderbar. We're going to do the other side a little bit differently. So we're not going to start at 10 centimetres. We're actually going to start 5 centimetres in. Just there, I think. And then we're going to do 10 centimetres after that, just so we've got a little bit of gap in between the edge and where we actually start drilling the holes.
10 centimetres unicorn place.
10 centimetres is the unicorn place. And 65, and that's actually not worked out too badly. Let me go up here and do the same thing again. Go, and there are our lines.
10
here.
centimetres hammer. Pew, 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 pew.
It was about 10:15 when I started this, so I'm also going to time how long it takes to make. You can't really see it on here, but trust me, there is a pencil grid on this now. Now I'm going to get a couple of pieces of wood. Whoops. All this is just C16 wood left over from making the shed. And I'm going to lay some of this down here and use this as a kind of a support for drilling the holes. I'm going to have a look at the size of the tent pegs I've got, and I'm going to try and choose a drill bit that's roughly the same kind of size as that. Do you know what? That's pretty close. I reckon that might be perfect. And there we have all of our holes drilled. And that, in essence, is our pegboard. Now if we take a tent peg, it should be able to slide just into here like that. We're going to slide, there we go. And there's our tent peg. And without doing anything more to it, it's ready to hold your favourite Nerf blaster. Some of the pegs might be a little bit difficult to push through at first, but they go quite quickly. Look at that, isn't that spectacular? Now, some people might choose to paint their pegboard. I'm not going to bother doing that today because that's literally just as simple as buying some acrylic paint or some spray paint or whatever you want to use. And if you paint this after you've drilled the holes, then you may well find that these pegs don't go through because some of the paint will get into the holes and might kind of block things up a little bit. Another quick note on the painting thing, if you want your pegboard to look a certain way, then maybe it's worth finding a piece of furniture that is the colour that you want your pegboard to be. So for example, the pegboard over there on the left, that's actually part of an IKEA desk, which was white already. And the one on the right was part of a shop fitting that was going to get thrown away. Just ask really nicely and people let you take stuff. One thing I am going to do though is show you a quick bonus segment. Now right here we've got one single piece of pegboard. We've actually got quite a lot of cupboard still left here. And here are the panels from the rest of that cupboard. Now, if you've already got one panel made and the other panels are roughly the same size, there's nothing stopping you from using these holes as pilots to drill these at the same time. It's just worth checking though that your drill bit's going to be long enough to get through all the panels at the same time if you're going to try that. And on this occasion, the drill bit isn't quite going to get through all the panels. However, it's still worth doing it this way because then this last bit of hole is really, really easy to get through. Also, it's by no means essential, but you might also choose to clamp all the panels together just to make sure they all stay in the same place while you're drilling. And now instead of just one piece of pegboard, we've got 3.5 pieces of pegboard. There we go. As I thought, it's gone all the way through these, but only part way through these. But now I can go ahead and use that as my pilot board for my next piece of pegboard. And it's been under an hour. I've been stopping every now and then, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of pegboard. All for nothing if you've already got a drill, or for the price of a drill and some drill bits if you didn't.
Is it tidy up time?
It's tidy up time! Now we're pretty much there with Nemesis, Artemi, and Dark Tag goodness on the pegboards. Tang approves. There is nothing stopping you from drilling the holes a little bit closer together so that you can have even more kinds of different peg configurations. If you're the kind of person who likes a nice finish, then you can sand down the other side as well. The exit of the drill bit on the other side of the pegboard is always a little bit spiky and splintery, so you might want to sand that down. Remember, always get permission from the person who paid for it before you chop something up and put holes in it. What's in the stock?
Let's send me to HumaHuma.